Camilo Montanez is a farmer in Boyacá, Colombia. Like most farmers in the developing world, he operates at subsistence level. His land is his living. For the subsistence farmer, modern agricultural techniques are virtually unknown. He may not know about improved crop varieties or how to control diseases and pests. A tremendous amount of research has been done on these problems. The results of this research must somehow reach Camilo Montanez and the millions of small farmers like him.
Aquí fue donde se perdió el cultivo de zanahoria la vez pasada, ¿no?
Agricultural extension agents who work closely with these farmers are well aware of their problems. Their role is to determine what can be done to make small farms more productive. They are an important link between the day-to-day life of the farmer and the scientific world of the many agricultural research centers and experimental stations in Latin America and the Caribbean. These centers produce thousands of papers each year to document the scientific and technological knowledge that they are generating. In addition, governments, private agencies, and universities are producing research papers, theses, and other documents. Unless this information is organized properly, it will just fill the shelves of specialized libraries. The desks of administrators, planners, and other officials are already swamped.
Our department's main function is to direct our national program for rural development. This includes the coordination of activities of 3 government agencies in 3 different ministries that are involved in formulating plans for the agricultural sector. To evaluate the impact of these programs, we have to carry out baseline studies on the conditions in the areas concerned before the programs begin. There are so many areas to be studied in detail that it is difficult to understand the problems unless the information is classified, whether it comes from our studies or other sources. Any administrator or planner should not be bogged down with irrelevant material. Good management means having on hand only the information needed to make one decision at a time.
On the other hand, the agricultural extension agent in the field often lacks the up-to-date information that could help him deal with specific farming problems. Too often, there is wasteful duplication of efforts. Researchers work on the same problems in different countries with similar results. An improved information system would help coordinate such efforts. Without a good information system, the 4 key elements in the development process, the researcher, the planner, the extension agent, and the farmer, remain isolated from each other. It is up to each country to solve the problems. Venezuela, for instance, has started its own system of agricultural information. It gathers and processes information from 33 centers and agricultural research stations and 25 other national institutions. Much of the information gathered is useful beyond the place of origin. Documentation from Venezuela and from 23 other Latin American and Caribbean countries is sent to a regional information center, a GRINTER, the Inter-American Information System for the Agricultural Sciences. The incoming information is processed and disseminated in usable form, both to participating countries and to countries outside the region. AGRINTER was established in 1972 under the auspices of IICA, the Inter-American Institute of Agricultural Sciences, based in Costa Rica. Its purpose is to provide every user in the region with selective access to all the agricultural information produced in the region. To accomplish this, AGRINTER promotes the establishment of national information systems. It assists with their planning and the training of their personnel. And in the development of work methodologies and their implementation at the country level. Finally, AGRINTER links the national system with IDRC, the International Information System for the Agricultural Sciences and Technology, which has its headquarters at the FAO in Rome.
Então, este é o primeiro exemplo em que estamos utilizando duas hojas.
Occasionally, training courses are held at IICA headquarters in Costa Rica.
Em los niveles.
Here, participants are instructed in the methodology of reporting data for the AGRINTER and IDRC systems.
AMS.
Uniformity in reporting data is very important. Two manuals have been developed for this purpose, one with instructions for registering bibliographic data, and one for assigning subject categories to analyze documents. People from the Latin American and Caribbean countries who receive specialized training under the guidance of AGRINTER help strengthen the system and ensure its effectiveness.
Que está apresentado ao Congresso.
This is how the system works. The National Center first selects documents on the basis of their likely contribution to agricultural development. Works like these will benefit many more people if they are made available throughout the region. They are classified and bibliographically described on worksheets. These worksheets are sent to the AGRINTER Coordinating Center in San Jose, Costa Rica. Here, they are checked and their contents are incorporated into the AGRINTER system. The information is fed into the computer, which organizes the data for easy retrieval and stores it on magnetic tapes. The tapes are duplicated and sent to participating countries, and they are used by the Coordinating Center to answer requests from users. The magnetic tape is the basis for producing the Agricultural Index for Latin America and the Caribbean. Issues are printed every 3 months in Costa Rica. They are distributed to national centers and libraries throughout the region. The global system, IDRC, has other regional and national centers. The national centers send their information directly or through the regional centers to IDRC. IDRC is operated by the United Nations Food and Agriculture Organization in Rome, which makes use of extensive computer services in Vienna. The information sent by AGRINTER from Latin America and the Caribbean is integrated into the global system in the form of magnetic tapes and in the global publication called AGRINDEX. Through IDRC, the regional and national centers have access not only to their own agricultural information, but to that coming from most other countries of the world. The agricultural indexes, both regional and global, are simple and effective aids to the user, whether he be a planner, a researcher, or an extension agent. He looks up his topic of interest in the subject matter index. Then he turns to the main body. Here he can see the complete reference to the document of interest. With this reference, he goes to his library's catalog. This may indicate where he can find a copy of the document on the shelves. If it is not available in his own library, he can request it from its source. To enable the agricultural information system to operate effectively at national, regional, and global levels, it is essential that countries organize and operate their own systems. It is important that they have the support and encouragement of their governments, and that they succeed in interesting all agricultural centers in playing their part in the cooperative effort. The information they produce may then be widely used within and outside the country. Ultimately, the agricultural information system becomes a vital link between the researcher and the extension agent, and it enables both to be of better assistance to the farmer. It helps to improve both the agricultural production and the well-being of the rural people in Latin America and the Caribbean, and the world.